Gypsy Rose Blanchard is serving up drama once again. And honestly, it's starting to feel like her exits and comebacks need their own season pass. Just when everyone thought she had logged off for real, after that emotional live stream where she swore social media was done, finished, over for the sake of her daughter, Gypsy popped right back up on TikTok barely 3 weeks later.
Gypsy, what happened? Where you at? Fill us in. You gonna give us the scoop? Because where the fuck you been? You left me high and dry after you became my friend, and now what the hell? Just friends with Christy now. I knew my Gypsy wasn't gonna stay away for long. Welcome back, Gypsy. She's here. She's on the live stream with her friends, Bree and Ader. She's on with Bree with the facts. I can't even go in there. They're not my friends. They're your friends, and then you're my friend. How the hell does that work? Gypsy's like real nice to her friends, y'all. You should be Gypsy's friend.
And it wasn't just a casual scroll in return. Nope. It was wigs, promos, live streams, and the infamous "Queen is back" audio drop. Subtle? Never. Let's rewind. Not too long ago, Gypsy went online in tears, saying social media had pushed her to rock bottom. Remember that billboard that literally called her a bad mom? She called it harassment, said it crushed her mental health, and insisted the only sane thing to do was walk away. For her daughter, for her family, for her own peace. She made a whole production of saying goodbye. No more interviews, no more TikTok, no more reality TV. The message was clear: privacy, family, and a fresh offline beginning.
Fuck alone. I'm not gonna post on social media. I'm not gonna do any more interviews or TV shows. Y'all got what y'all want. Got what you want, so leave me alone. Y'all want Nick out of prison? Well, then go fight for it. But leave me alone. I've done my time. Like, it's not fair to hound someone that, yeah, sure, I probably should have lived a quiet life when I got out. You know what? You're damn right I should have. Absolutely should have. Anybody said you should have gone live a yeah, absolutely I should have, and I didn't, and you know, that was my fuck up. Paying the consequences now, right? But I'm making that choice now for my family. It's better late than never.
But fans had barely caught their breath from that emotional send-off before, surprise, surprise, Gypsy had a brand new TikTok handle, a wig sponsor, and a buzzy livestream collab lighting up everyone's feeds. Classic deja vu. Even juicier, the reasons behind her sudden comeback seemed to swap faster than her outfits. First, it was all about protecting her daughter's privacy. Then, it turned into a war against fake accounts pretending to be her. Then suddenly, it became a social experiment, like she wanted to see if her haters would disappear if she did. That's 3 wildly different explanations in under 30 days. Fans are left wondering, which story is the truth and which is just clever PR spin? Because right now, it's giving more performative than protective. And let's not skip the money math. Gypsy has been open about her financial struggles, telling followers she sold artwork just to buy baby formula, and flat out admitting she was broke. But then came the wig rollout. Those wigs allegedly cost $2,000 to $3,000 each. The internet was quick to call it out. Broke one week, bougie wig plug the next? That doesn't just raise eyebrows, that raises entire foreheads. The contradiction is glaring, and people aren't afraid to point it out in the comments.
So Gypsy Rose hops back on TikTok talking about the queen is back. But baby, is that the crown? Because we need a refund if that's the case. That wig is sitting like it's waiting for the bus, baby. And the comments turned off, which tells me even Gypsy knew it wasn't blended, baby. Now listen, I get it. She's trying to rebrand, monetize, and do her influencer thing. But selling wigs like that ain't the move, sis. Whoever sold it to you? Sis, if you're gonna re-enter TikTok like a queen, at least let the wig look like it's royalty and not borrowed. Okay? Am I tripping, or does this look like the first thing you'd grab for Halloween night? I mean, the rebrand is not rebranding, but the lace is definitely not lacing. One last question. Did the tracking number come from Shein? I'm asking for a friend.
On top of that, Gypsy's reality TV claims haven't exactly helped her credibility. She once blamed demographics for Lifetime not continuing with the prison confessions of Gypsy Rose Blanchard. But in TV world, networks don't walk away from gold. They walk away from weak ratings. Framing it as a mutual decision? Cute. Believable? Not so much. Fans can connect the dots, and they already have. And then there's the cycle. This isn't the first time, and the fans know it. It always goes like this. Gypsy cries, packs up her online presence, swears she's disappearing forever. The crowd sympathizes, speculates, and talks about her bravery for walking away. But instead of fading into peaceful privacy, boom, she returns with a calculated rollout, a partner on live, and new product plugs. It's not just a comeback, it's a comeback plan, wrapped and delivered influencer style. Stats don't lie either. Her TikTok, once glowing at 9.6 million followers, has dipped to 9.3 million during all this back and forth. That's a noticeable chunk, and it suggests fans are growing tired of the roller coaster of tears, exits, excuses, and rebranded comebacks. Online audiences thrive on drama, yes, but when it starts looking staged instead of raw, people lose patience. Right now, Gypsy's brand is teetering between influencer hustle and credibility crisis. And let's not forget, the content that came with her quiet return wasn't so quiet. A wig reveal, crown audio, followed by baby-related posts after she had just sworn she'd never put her kid in the spotlight. The contradictions keep piling up louder than any statement she's ever made.
Y'all remember August 22nd when Gypsy Rose got on this platform, went live, and said, "Leave me the fuck alone. I'm not gonna post on social media anymore." Well,
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
and then I said, no, she'll be back in at least 30 days because you have to have at least 100,000 views in the past 30 days to stay in programs such as the Creator Reward Program. Well,
The lie detector determined you're telling the truth.
because not only is Gypsy back, but she's already going live with her best friend Bree. And honestly, none of this is surprising. This is actually probably one of the most predictable things Gypsy Rose has ever done, was come back within the 30 days that she had. And Gypsy, I remember from your live where you said social media made you suicidal. With that being said, take care, girl. Be careful on this app, because you're a whole shit show in yourself, in my opinion. So I don't think you're doing yourself any favors by coming back if that statement was ever true and not just said to gain sympathy from people. Remember, guys, don't let this be too big of a distraction. Keep going through the important details. Keep talking about the important things. And keep highlighting the disgusting things that happened in the past.
What was supposed to look like a vulnerable, fresh re-entry instead looked like a pre-packaged influencer campaign, timed, polished, and delivered exactly on cue. That original promise of privacy looking mighty hollow now. Because let's be real, you don't swear off the spotlight for family peace and then roll back in weeks later with a wig plug and product drops. That's not retreat. That's Influencer 101, baby, and the audience knows it. And don't even get us started on the Lifetime excuse. Gypsy blamed demographics for why her show vanished from the lineup. Demographics? Please. That's Hollywood code for it flopped, neatly dressed up to sound respectable. Networks don't sleep on ratings gold, they cling to it. The spin is obvious, and fans are clocking the way each explanation keeps morphing. Privacy, fake accounts, testing haters, demographics. It's a whole choose-your-own excuse adventure book, except the ending is always the same, a comeback dripping in brand rollouts. But here's the kicker. Gypsy keeps insisting she's not trying to be an influencer, while simultaneously sliding ads and product links into her posts like Easter eggs for her followers to stumble across. No matter how softly it's dressed up, no matter what emotional backstory it's tied to, at the end of the day, it's influence. And audiences can smell a contradiction faster than you can say #SponseCon. The result? Followers slipping away, skepticism ticking up, and brands raising eyebrows at whether hitching themselves to this chaos is worth the risk. The timing also looks way too suspicious for coincidence. Gypsy dipped out and then jumped right back under 30 days. Coincidentally, just in time to keep her creator eligibility intact. That's not nothing. With her already admitting money pressures, the optics aren't giving mental relief, they're giving strategic paycheck protection. And the audience is connecting the dots in real time. Meanwhile, The daughter she claims she wanted to shield is already creeping back into content. Subtly, yes, but still there. It doesn't look like privacy. It looks like monetization dressed up in motherhood. Selling art with the plea line, "It's for formula money," while also flashing wig ads worth thousands? That tugs heartstrings, but it also makes people feel used. Because when children start edging into promo-adjacent posts, the tone shifts from relatable mom to marketing prop. And that is a line audiences do not forget. Which is exactly why this isn't just one messy flip-flop. This is starting to look like a crisis pattern. Dramatic exit, noble excuse, disappearing act, then re-emerging with monetizable content and a new cover story. It's rinse, repeat, remix. And every time she presses play on the same script, audience trust shaves down thinner. One glance at the follower count proves it. Momentum is sliding, and rebuilding after multiple dramatic dropouts isn't just hard, it's nearly impossible. And we can't ignore the business side. Companies crave consistency, brands want stability, and right now, Gypsy's online presence screams chaos. No big advertiser is climbing on a train that keeps jumping tracks between "I need privacy" one week and "here's my wig plug" the next. Even the algorithm doesn't play with that kind of volatility. Constant deactivations and reactivations tag content as unstable, killing off reach and visibility before it even has a chance to trend. Meanwhile, the "protect my daughter" narrative is already inviting scrutiny in harsher corners. Some critics are openly questioning whether repeated posting is sliding into welfare discourse territory, where people wonder out loud if a child is being used more for content than for protection. And that kind of conversation doesn't just kill brand deals. It invites the kind of headlines no influencer wants on their Google page. So here's where it gets spicy. She's already pushing ads with the comments turned off, another red flag in Gossipland. Strategically controlling what gets seen and what doesn't. What's next? Will the baby-adjacent sponsorships keep rolling in? Will the Lifetime spin get receipts dropped, finally exposing whether it was demographics or a straight-up flop? Will the follower count bounce back? Or keep dipping as more people tune out the flip-flopping? Right now, Gypsy's brand is teetering between influencer hustle and credibility crisis. And let's not forget, the content that came with her quiet return wasn't so quiet. A wig reveal, crown audio, followed by baby-related posts after she had just sworn she'd never put her kid in the spotlight. The contradictions keep piling up louder than any statement she's ever made. What was supposed to look like a vulnerable fresh re-entry instead looked like a pre-packaged influencer campaign, timed, polished, and delivered exactly on cue. That original promise of privacy looking mighty hollow now. Because let's be real, you don't swear off the spotlight for family peace and then roll back in weeks later with a wig plug and product drops. That's not retreat. That's Influencer 101, baby, and the audience knows it. And don't even get us started on the Lifetime excuse. Gypsy blamed demographics for why her show vanished from the lineup. Demographics? Please. That's Hollywood code for "it flopped," neatly dressed up to sound respectable. Networks don't sleep on ratings gold. They cling to it. The spin is obvious, and fans are clocking the way each explanation keeps morphing. Privacy, fake accounts, testing haters, demographics. It's a whole choose-your-own excuse adventure book, except the ending is always the same. A comeback dripping in brand rollouts. But here's the kicker. Gypsy keeps insisting she's not trying to be an influencer, while simultaneously sliding ads and product links into her posts like Easter eggs for her followers to stumble across. No matter how softly it's dressed up, no matter what emotional backstory it's tied to, at the end of the day, it's influence. And audiences can smell a contradiction faster than you can say #SponseCon. The result? Followers slipping away, skepticism ticking up, and brands raising eyebrows at whether hitching themselves to this chaos is worth the risk. The timing